Hello, everyone. We are really live, so you probably just heard my phone ringing. So, just to show that we're live today, those of you who are able to tune in, I'll be online for a few minutes to kind of discuss a couple of updates, some really very interesting updates, and also to talk about some of the other things that we're doing as a group. You guys just have to forgive my phone as I try to turn it off. Anyway, hello, friends, business associates. I was about to say friends, Romans, countrymen, lend me your ear. For those who are, you guys are old enough to kind of remember that quote. But anyway, thanks for joining. Those of you are going to join live while I'm doing the presentation, and those of you who are going to be looking at this at a future date. Today is October the 14th, and we had a really great week. And we're going to talk about the stock market in relationship to the cryptocurrency space. We're going to talk about business credit and how you can use business credit to acquire assets, start a company, and even invest. So let's go. Let's get started. On the screen, you guys see that we have two sets of charts. No, two charts. One for a stock we've been following. Not only followed, we actually took a position in, which is Hive Blockchain, aka ticker symbol PRELF. And if you look at my previous videos, you'll hear on some of those videos why we decided to invest in this particular stock. When I was looking at it initially, it was a penny stock, trading at about 60 cents. This is about 2-3 weeks ago. And now it's over $2. And we took that ride up. It was a little choppy the week before last. If you watched the video, the previous video to this, the week of the 6th, it was very choppy. And at some points, I was even thinking of pulling the plug. But my thesis still stayed intact. So I weathered the ups and downs. I didn't put a stop loss in. I didn't put a trailing stop in. I figured let it do its gyrations, and it will get a floor, and then it will start moving forward. And I figured with the upcoming news in relationship to Bitcoin, and the two forks that are coming up. Yes, not the other one. It's the forks, like forks, eating utensils, right? Like a fork in the road that are coming up. So, and the fact that Bitcoin was consolidating over the last few weeks due to China, Chinese government having issues with the various platforms, and actually the government actually closed down a few of those platforms in China, which made up about 30% of the cryptocurrency space, especially for Bitcoin. And once that happened, Bitcoin pulled back, and it was consolidating. And now it broke through 5,000 this week, and probably heading a lot higher. One of the guys I watch in relationship to chart reading, he did a analysis of the chart for Bitcoin, and it looks like it's going to probably go to about $8,200. Also, those of you who may not be familiar with Bitcoin, currently in Zimbabwe, as in like Zimbabwe in Africa, you could purchase a Bitcoin for over $7,000. And domestically, it's selling for over $5,000. See the spread? You can make some money buying Bitcoin off of one of the platforms over here and reselling it into Zimbabwe and making a tidy profit on the spread. That's a whole nother discussion. And if you join my webinar, we haven't set a date yet, on buying Bitcoin, you can pre-register $199. We're going to talk about 7 ways to make money with Bitcoin. It's not just about buying and holding. You can buy the coins, and there are other ways you can make money with Bitcoin. So those of you, if you want to learn about Bitcoin, if you want to know strategies for earning anywhere between $2,000 to $5,000 per month with Bitcoin, please call us 404-736-6067 and register for our upcoming seminar, how to earn $2,000 to $5,000 a month or more with Bitcoin. There is a cost. Again, registration is $199. All right, so talked about Bitcoin, but back to the other side of the track we're dealing with today, which is stocks. And we're dealing with PRELF, and my patience bore out. This was a very good week for the stock, and on the 6th, it closed out at $1.39. Monday, it opened up at $1.40. And for Monday, you guys can follow the stock. I'm not going to go through it day by day, but literally yesterday, PRELF closed at $2.20. Now, you guys remember, I purchased it at roughly, actually, I think $1.47 and some change, rounded off to $1.48, and we purchased 200 shares. And what we're looking at now is that the stock is trading at $2.20. Let me repeat, we purchased it at $1.47 and some change, and as of yesterday, it closed at $2.20. So we're basically up. That's 52, about 54 cents in a week on an initial investment of roughly $1.48. Folks, think about it this way. If you had bought 1,000 shares of this stock and you were up 50 cents, you would be basically, let me get my math together here, at 1,000 shares, 50 cents, that's about a $500 increase on the stock. Literally, you would be up $500 for the week. Now, yes, it was choppy before, but we had a thesis. When you're investing, when you're trading, you have to develop a trading plan. You have to have a reason why you're investing, and you develop a thesis around the investment. And I'm not going to go into detail about our thesis. You can check some of the older videos and you'll hear me mention it a few times. But at the end of the day, if you owned 1,000 shares and you were up 50 cents, you would be up $500 in this trade. That's money you can cash in and put in your pocket. That's money you can utilize to pay your bills. Or you can take some of the profits and let it keep running. So with this particular stock, thesis still intact. I'm not going to pull the trigger. We're going to see how at trends for this week. There may be some profit taking. I think yesterday the high intraday was $2.60. Was it 63 cents? I think it was $2.63. I don't have that in front of me. Well, I can't see it on the chart basically, but that was the intraday high. But it pulled back, and so we're looking at just a gain of about 20 cents from yesterday. It opened up at $1. It closed at $1.98 on Thursday, and so we're looking at about a 22 cents gain yesterday. But overall, from our initial investment at roughly $1.48, we're up basically 54 cents in the stock. Now, you don't need a lot of money to invest. You don't need a lot of money to trade. You have to have the knowledge, someone who can guide you through the process, good money management, and identify opportunities, whether it's in the stock market, whether it's in Bitcoin, whether it's starting a business. There's so many different opportunities that you can participate in. Part of this channel, Warren Thomas channel, is about helping you as individuals learn about what's out there that you can participate in. I was actually reading an article recently, and the average citizen, more than 60% of this population in the United States, has less than $1,000 in savings. It means a lot of you guys don't have enough money to retire. You don't have enough money to take a vacation. You don't have enough financial resources to enjoy your life comfortably. How would you guys like to be able to take a vacation once a month? Travel. Have your children in the better schools. Have the house that you want. The house of your dream. Your regular 9-to-5 will not deliver that for you. You have to create opportunities for yourself to generate additional income and cash flow. Some people say, well, I don't have enough money. Well, that's where we come in to help you guys. Right now, it's the best time to access funding, capital, by utilizing business credit. If you've got a credit score of at least 680 or better, you can access business credit, whether it's $10,000 or $100,000. And even more interesting, you can access business credit at 0% interest for 12 months. Folks, that's free money. Imagine somebody saying to you, hey, I'm going to give you 100 grand. For 12 months, you pay me 1% interest. That means $1,000 a month, but you got this $100,000. And pay me back the principal at the end of the 12 months. If not, then I'm going to start charging you interest. And for those of you who are interested, you can actually roll that 0% interest over to another year. So basically you have 2 years without paying interest, but you have access to the capital. If you have vehicles that you can invest the capital in, then you can make some money. So imagine if you're making $2,000 to $5,000 a month, you're paying $1,000 on $100,000. That if it's $2,000, that extra $1,000 goes into your pocket. If it's $5,000, that extra $4,000 goes into your pocket. And I said you can actually make $5,000 or more. That's in Bitcoin. But you can also do the same thing with other stock strategies. For example, look at PRELF. Before this month is out, we're going to do most likely probably about 200% on this. Now, on our principal, because we did have this purchase on margin. So we purchased 200 shares at $1.48. That's $148 on margin. That's where the brokerage firms allow you to borrow money to buy more stock. So we purchased an additional 100 shares on margin. So we basically had about $300 worth of stock. I mean, $300 worth of stock for our disposal. 200 shares. If we make $100 on our initial investment, just $1 on 200 shares, that's $200. Our initial cash investment was $1.48 or $148. So we have our return will be 150%. How do you get that? Because you got to remember, it's $1.48. If we go to $1, which we saw yesterday, PRELF actually did, it went to over $1. I mean, $1, but it pulled back towards the close of the day. 100% would be an additional $148, and anything over that would be an additional percentage and so forth. If my calculation is correct, it's an additional about 150%. I may be off, but I'll correct it. You guys can figure the math. Do the math. All right. So that's what we're looking at, guys. So with that, even if you're doing 10% per month on that money, on $100,000, 10% per month, that's still 10 grand. Folks, there are opportunities like that that are abound, that abound, but you have to know where they are, and you have to have people with insight that can exploit these opportunities so that you can make some money. And those of you who become clients of mine, you'll learn more about these opportunities. Now, this is not an offer to sell, buy or sell securities. If you're looking to buy or sell, seeking advice to buy and sell securities, seek out a professional to do so. This is only for educational and entertainment purposes. That's my disclaimer. Educational and entertainment purposes. I'm only talking about what I'm doing within my accounts, but you guys get the picture. So one of the other stocks I mentioned from last week's video was another company we're looking at, downstreaming, not downstreaming on the stock or the company itself, but downstreaming on the industry dealing with the whole blockchain and cryptocurrencies, was a company called NVDA. NVIDIA has also always been known as a major gaming graphics card manufacturer. They do a variety of other things and so forth, manufacture a variety of other things. But that's how I became familiar with NVIDIA, was from graphics cards for gaming. I'm not a gamer. I don't play games, electronic games, but, you know, I understand the marketplace, and I always observe different industries and so forth. So last week, when we looked at NVIDIA, NVIDIA closed at about $182, I think it was, on Friday of last week, the 6th. And it opened on Monday the 9th at $182. But, bang! Where did it close yesterday? At $194 and I think 59 cents. $194 and 59 cents. That means the stock within the last week was up over $12. Folks, I started looking at NVIDIA at $178. All right, so add an additional $4 to that, and we're looking at a total of $16 over the last 2 weeks. Now, why is NVIDIA up 16 bucks in little over 2 weeks? Well, that's because if you look back at the charts at 2016, NVIDIA around this time last year was trading for $60. So it's actually up threefold. So for those of you who have pension plans and 401ks and IRAs, and hopefully you can self-direct or you do some trading or investing, take a look at NVIDIA, ticker symbol NVDA. Why? Because NVIDIA manufactures graphics cards, which is primarily being snapped up by what we call cloud miners, the guys who are actually mining electronically the various coins, Bitcoin, Ethereum, and so forth. They're companies that mine these coins electronically. Don't ask me to explain it. If you want to learn about that, look up cloud mining. Go to the University of YouTube. There's a lot of information out there. You can learn about cloud mining and so forth. But you need these graphics cards in order to do so. One of the largest companies that manufactures cryptocurrencies is a company called Genesis. They're a privately held company. In actuality, I think Hive Blockchain, PRELF, is supposed to be purchasing some of their manufacturing capacity. And basically, Genesis, in one of their rooms, they have over 10,000 computers, graphic computers, and it's extremely loud because it's processing and a lot of air conditioning, a lot of heat is generated. They use electricity to create coins. Again, don't ask me how the process is. Look it up yourself. But needless to say, one of these rooms had over 10,000 cards. And you have dozens of miners across the globe snapping up these cards, driving up the prices of the cards to the point wherein that some retailers now are out of stock. And if they're not out of stock, the prices of the cards have increased. So NVIDIA is one of the larger manufacturers of these cards. So again, staying with my thesis, if they're one of the major manufacturers, there's scarcity in the marketplace, so prices have to be driven up, then the price of their stock is going to go up because they're going to try to manufacture more to meet demand, but at the same time, they're also probably going to raise prices on those cards because now there's a major demand for these cards. There are more people that want to get into mining, and mining before for Bitcoin was relatively inexpensive. Nowadays, you have to have a whole cloud mining operation, data warehouse that you can store computers to process these coins, to make these coins, to mine these coins. So NVIDIA is benefiting from what's happening in the crypto space. So you don't have to be involved in buying Bitcoin and Ethereum and Litecoin. You can actually look at companies like PRELF and NVIDIA and purchase the stock and still ride the wave in relationship to cryptocurrencies. You don't have to be left behind. And those of you who understand buying and selling of options, we also looked at the 200 December calls. 200 December call options, expiration date is December 15th. When I initially looked at it, it was about trading at about $6.10. I did not see pull a chart to see where it closed at, but when I looked at it on Thursday, they were already over $9. If you bought one contract, 100 shares, $3, you would have made 100 times $3. You're up $300 for an initial cost of $600. Okay, for a cost of $600 less your commission to your brokerage firm. The stock was the option was trading. Call options December trading for $6 per contract, $6 per share per contract. 100 shares, that's $600. It was up over the last week and a half, at least as of Thursday, $3. So on 100 shares, one contract, 100 shares, $3, your return would have been $300 for a 50% return on a $600 investment. Those of you who want to learn about trading options, again, there are lots of information on the online about trading options and so forth. It's not an area that I'm actually teaching, but I will make recommendations about what I'm doing so that way those of you who are interested can learn about that. Now, a lot of information I'm sharing with you guys. There's more information I don't share online. If you're interested in talking to me more about trading and investing, again, I'm not a professional in that industry. I just talk to people about what I'm doing myself. So if you learn about what I'm doing to make money, then you can give me a call. Call me at the office, 404-736-6067. And we can talk about your interest. Again, using business credit. Now, those of you who have money to invest, you don't need business credit. Or you may want to use business credit because you believe in my philosophy, OPM, using other people's money. That's how you build wealth. One of the wealthiest men in the world, Andrew Carnegie, was an advocate of OPM. His first investment came through his boss, I think his name was Tom Scott, was a $600 investment to open up a savings account on behalf of Andrew Carnegie. He used OPM and built a fortune from there. Now, he also had some good connections, and he was well placed at the right time in the growth of the steel industry, the railroad industry, and so forth. But having the right information can put you in the right position. Remember, there's an old Chinese saying, luck is no more than opportunity meeting preparation. Luck is no more than opportunity meeting preparation. Don't just listen to my videos. Act upon the information that we're sharing with you. Learn about these things. There's a lot of free information online. Again, the University of YouTube is an invaluable resource, and there's so much other information out there that you can learn about whatever subject that you have an interest in. And I encourage you guys to do that. In a couple of videos, you heard me talking to my son. My sons are my helpers, my assistants, and so forth. And as I share with you guys, at the same time, I'm also educating them on these types of opportunities. So I would encourage you guys to also do the same. If you have children, nieces and nephews, share the information with them. And so that way, as you're learning, you're benefiting. You have a generation coming up behind you that will also learn and benefit from that. So what other opportunities are there? We will be talking, there will be a series on using business credit to buy real estate, 100% financing, literally 100% financing. If you look at one of my videos, my testimonials from Eric Schaefer, he spoke about how we raised $100,000 for him in a little less than 2 weeks, and very good testimonial for us. And we have other testimonials on our website at Quick Cash for Businesses, businesses plural, quickcashforbusinesses.com, and that link will be in the description. You can learn more about business credit. Enter your name, email address, and you can then download the free ebook on business credit. Folks, I don't know how long the banks and other institutions are going to make lines of credit available, but those of you who may not have the capital resources to participate in some of these opportunities, please consider what we're talking about. Another thing about business credit that I may not have mentioned before, let's say your credit score is crap, you can still access business credit by building the credit under your business. And if you don't have a business, we'll show you how to create a business for less than $200. You can do it yourself, and we'll tell you where to go to set it up and so forth, whether it's a corporation or LLC, and or If you have the resources, then you can pay somebody else to do it. But it's up to you. But set up a business, and we'll show you how to build business credit under your business so your personal guarantee is not needed and your social security number is not needed. But you can build business credit under that corporation, anywhere from $10,000 to $100,000, and in some cases up to $150,000, strictly under your corporation, even with bad credit. So you guys have no excuses. The only thing that's stopping you is you. And if you want to change your life financially, if you want to step out of the rat race like a lot of other Americans, you need to learn how to make this system work for you. And one of the things that you can do is learn about business credit. Let my team help you to acquire it, and then utilize the capital to generate an income, build wealth, secure a comfortable retirement for yourself. Friends, on that note, again, like, share, and subscribe. We need more subscribers. Please share this with others. You can also go to our other channel, which is Quick Cash for Businesses. That's in YouTube, Quick Cash for Businesses, and you'll see more information along the lines of business credit. You have some of the same videos on this channel, but that channel is more dedicated towards business credit and so forth, and we're going to be adding more videos going forward. This channel is more of a general channel based on what I'm thinking or what I'm looking at, participating in, and I share it with you guys, again, for educational purpose. You can just take this information and use it as you need. But those of you who are interested in working with me, you can reach out to us via our links and or call our office at 404-736-6067. So on that note, like, share, subscribe, thumbs up. Please help us to grow this channel, and look forward to seeing you guys on the road to financial freedom. Thank you, and have a good day.